Alon, why Salon? You're with the nasty pastor, and I'm back with another read from Ramses, Volume 1. Series 1, Son of Light, you know what I mean? We're up to, right now, I believe we're in chapter 3, and basically we've been through his upbringing. We've been through him understanding the economics of the products, what the consumers of the civilization have to pay. You know what I mean? He's still a kid. I believe we are right at the part when he's in his teenage years. I believe he's like 12 years old, you know what I mean? And back in those days, you become a man the day you go out and bring some food in the house, for real, to be honest with you. You got what I'm saying? You could be a little baby with some pampers that went out there and killed the bull, killed the horse, killed the snake, killed something to feed. You a man. You understand what I'm saying? You a man. Anyway, like I said, once again, you're with the nasty pastor. I'm back with another chapter read from Ramses, Volume 1, Series 1, Son of Light. And we're going to dive in this. This is the last part of chapter 3. Let's dive in this. Let's get some education out of this. Let's get that nourishment for our soul. You know what I mean? Get it, The two had initially clashed, then had come to terms and joined forces against their teachers. A guard tried to stop me. He was too old to hit, so I had to reason with him. They drank a congrularity round, enjoying the inimitable flavor of forbidden fruit. We left off in the last part. Young Ramsey is venturing into one of these little pubs. How it explained the title of it back in those days before Christ. Before our time. I guess they had these little places you could go drink. Saloons. Pubs. Liquor houses, beer houses, So, as you see, they're having a conversation. They didn't fight. I love that part. They didn't fight, so they sat down and had a conversation over a drink of beer. You got what I'm saying? That's what men should do, right? Right? At length, Ramses spoke. Let's tackle the only important question. He said bluntly, how do you find true power? Reading and writing hieroglyphics, Amenad said instantly, the language of the gods, the tool our sages used to hand down their precepts. Do as your ancestors did, it is written, for they knew life before you. Knowledge is power, and only writing immortalizes. You get what writing immortalizes? It keeps you alive. You got what I'm saying? If this was not documented, if this was not passed down, then Ramsey would be dead. You feel what I'm saying? Dead. And it's something it's something else I want to get into before we get into the next paragraph. The two Ramses and the other guy that was supposed, that's sitting in this little beer house talking, they are the same culture. You feel what I'm saying? They're of the same culture, so why should they fight? You get me? Why should they fight? Shouldn't they be more civilized in solving their issues? You get what I'm saying? So I love that. You got what I'm saying? Then let's get to the part about writings they immortalizes you. You know what I mean? Have you ever understood why our religious book, our spirituality book is called the Book of the Dead. You get me? The Book of the Dead, the Egyptian Book of the Dead. Not Holy Bible, not Quran, not Torah, not Judaism. Put it this way, this is what I'm gonna say to you. You got what I'm saying? Cause I ain't gonna keep going too long with this, you know. What I read about in the Egyptian Book of the Dead was people that lived upon this rock, but they are dead in my time. You feel me? They're dead in my time. So if that couldn't have been the right answer that I needed in my life at that time to figure out my path in life, how my life started, how my journey may end, what tribulations and struggles I'm gonna go through in the middle of my alpha and my omega. Come on, man, get it real. Let's go and get in this. A writer's dribble objected Sata. I'm not colored. Are you denying that a scribe holds the key to power? You hear? A scribe holds the key to power. Come on, man. Good conduct, manners, fairness, trust, honesty, self-control, freedom from envy. Those are the things I want. Now, come on, we said manners, fairness, trust, honesty, self-control, freedom, and good conduct, manners, fairness, trust, honesty, self-control, freedom. That's 7, right? But it's 10 fetters. You feel what you get what I'm saying? What I just read to you is part of the 10 fetters that I will be getting into later. You know what I mean? Later on, I'll be getting into it hopefully before this year out. But those the 7, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna say some attributes of a human being, attributes of a God, attributes of a goddess. And those things we should work on every day. You feel what I'm saying? When I spoke about it in this reading of Stolen Legacy, you know what I mean? I told you I suffer with self-control. Majority, everything else, I self-mastered. You see what I'm saying? I didn't go other places, how you do this, how you do that. I sat down and I read. You feel what I'm saying? I sat down and looked at myself and said, you know something? Pull that up out you. Pull that up out you. Rearrange that in you. You got what I'm saying? And it don't happen overnight. It don't. Sometimes it's good to be around people that wanna test you every day because it tests everything that you have learned. You feel what I'm saying? It shows you that, okay, I've mastered that. Ain't nothing that dummy can do. You feel what I'm saying? I'm cool. I'm gone. Pew. Ain't nothing that dummy can do. Pew. I'm gone. You feel what I'm saying? And if you really self-master the 10 fetters, Satan ain't got nothing on you. You feel what I'm saying? Satan has nothing on you. Let's go and get into this and let's wrap this up. I disagree, said Asha. No. And enough silence to surround the writing. Writings come first. I disagree, said Asha. Diplomacy is the route to power. That's why I plan to go abroad, study the languages of ally and foe alike. Understand how international trade works and learn the true intentions of other leaders. You hear that, man? He need to study the language of allies and foe. Isn't that part of your history? You know, look, I say a long time ago, I did not just study my history, I studied your history. Where we at right here? Language of ally and foe alike. Understand how international trade works and learn the true intentions of other leaders so that they can be manipulated. I can tell you where we're born and raised in the city. Mon Sata. You have completely lost contact with nature. The city is our greatest danger. Then where are you going to find power? Asked Asha pointedly. There's only one way to find a combination of life and death, beauty and honor, poison and antidote. Follow the snake. Now come on now, you hear him? Follow the snake, right? So what you think the snake really represents to this man? You feel what I'm saying? To this God that set upon this earth, set upon our throne, help forge our dynasty and help cripple a dynasty that should be alive and moving within the black community. You feel what I'm saying? You must be joking. When are snakes found? In the desert, in the fields and swamps, by the Nile and the canals, on threshing floors, in sheep herds, huts, cattle, pens, even the cool, dark recesses of houses. Snakes are everywhere, and in them lies the secret of creation. I plan to devote my life to learning it. No one attempted to argue. Satan had obviously made up his mind. What about you, Moses? God Almighty. Ain't this something? Ain't this something? So Moses along with the journey too, right? Cool. Let's go. The young giant hesitated. I envy you, my friends, because I have no answer. Strange thoughts trouble me. My mind drifts, but my destiny remains unclear. I think I'm going to be offered an important post in a great harem, and I plan to take it until something more exciting comes along. All four young men directed questioning looks at Ramses. Only one true power exists, the prince declared, that of Pharaoh. Now this is the end of this chapter, read, and when we start the next, the next reading, we will be getting into chapter 4. But I just want to say this to you, I'm glad, if you're viewing the Exodus reading too, I'm glad we have gotten to the point in Son of Light that we're talking about Moses, that Moses has entered into this also. You feel what I'm saying? We have already entered into Exodus where Moses and Aaron has spoken to young Ramses, you know what I mean, about letting his people go and all, all of that. You got what I'm saying, the plagues and stuff. But I just say this to you, I'm glad everything is coinciding. I'm glad I'm still on point with the knowledge and the wisdom I know of my culture. You feel what I'm saying? So, look, I say this to you, like I said, later in this year, I will be getting into the 10 feathers. You know what I mean? It's something that I believe will help our culture to revamp their self, to really buckle down, really start forging peace in your life, in all our lives. You feel what I'm saying? Let's say it this way, it will forge peace within our culture. You feel what I'm saying? It's time for us to not be divided. You feel what I'm saying? It's time for us to come together. Let's figure some solutions to the issues that's been going on in our culture before Christ. Look, you've been with the Nasty Pastor. It's been another chapter read from Ramses, Son of Light, Volume 1, Series 1. I'm out, and I love you.